On this episode of Josh's Car Corner, I'm in Australia at a racetrack, and I'm about to enjoy some hot laps of Australian muscle with my friends at Track Day Club. Okay, so I am here at Wakefield Park the day before the track day. We stopped over here because James and Yvette had to drop off some paperwork, and I'm getting the opportunity now just to come out and take a look at the track before the event is set to happen. And it's a pretty cool track. It's a little slower than Road America. It's got a lot of tight turns, little complex, and there's definitely some elevation change, especially here from the top of the hill and going back down. So it's going to be a little challenging to figure it out, but it should be a lot of fun. James just took me around for a couple of sighting laps so he could show me where I should be braking and turning in to get a more comfortable feel for the track. I've got about 16 hours to look over that footage and figure out how this thing goes around and how I should be driving it before the event tomorrow. So yeah, here, this is going around the track with nobody else on it and him giving me some sighting guides to see where I should be going.
Straight line it. On the brakes, back the second, touch the line, bring it round. On the brake, come around, accelerate through, flick it around, hit the apex, run it wide, cover the brake, bring it down, accelerate through. On the brake, bring her in. Brake her up, on the brakes hard, back again, come around, run it wide. Keep the wheels in one place, come around, little cover of the brake here, accelerate through, on the brake, bring around, touch it through.
Okay, it's the morning of the track day. I've actually been running around for the last hour plus filming things. They're just about to send the first group out here. It's intermittent rain, sprinkles right now, so everything is wet, which sucks. And then of course, I'm getting ready this morning, and look at my shoe. See that down there? So these are my race shoes. Probably the third time I've worn them in my life. And the sole started coming off that shoe this morning. I was in the hotel room and I'm like, great. So found some gaffer tape and taped it up for now, but hopefully it'll hold. I put some on earlier and it rolled right off. Hopefully that doesn't roll off. And that's gonna be interesting using a clutch later, but we'll see what happens. So there's 5 different classes out here: red, orange, purple, green, blue. And professionals are red, and then experience goes down from there. So pros out there right now. God, there's like 4 or 5 cars I've been told I'm going to get to drive today, so it's going to be crazy. And one of them is a blaze orange Monaro. We never got blaze orange, and it is a full-out race car. And somebody mentioned to me I'm going to get to drive it. I haven't met the people yet. I don't know if that's true, but oh my God if it is. So we'll see what happens today. got my name on the license plate. It's like I was meant for this car. Quick. Okay, so I'm about to go out on my first track session of the day, and I get to ride with Corinne Virag, which is a bit of a privilege for me because she's going to be a big name in Australian racing pretty soon. I actually sat down with her back in November at SEMA and asked her some questions about what it's like to be in Australian racing, so check this out. So where did the desire to get into racing come from?
From a young age, I was always, around cars. My dad used to drag race, so as a little girl, I was always at the drag strip watching him, and then he ventured onto circuit racing. Yeah, just always been surrounded by cars.
So when you got your start in racing, where did you start? Did you start going to track days and it just escalated from there?
Yeah, so I started attending track days, and then the more I did them, I was just like, oh, this is really good. So I kept doing them, and then I started doing some super sprints, got my CAMS license, and then started doing the MRA series. So yeah, next year I'm going to be hopefully racing production touring. I'm doing a production touring race in November with Dad. We're going to do a 1 hour endurance race. So that'll be good practice for next year.
Is there a place you're ultimately hoping to get to in racing, or would you like to stay in production cars, maybe go a level higher at some point?
My goal at the moment would be hopefully just be competitive production touring, and then anything that comes beyond that, that'll just be a bonus. But at the moment it'll just be, I'm looking forward to racing production touring, and then hopefully at the end I'll be competitive within that category.
Are there a lot more women that you feel are getting more interested in racing in Australia and wanting to get into the different series and at a competitive level?
Yeah, I think so. Even with just the track days, every time you go, there's more and more girls coming and giving it a go. And with the MRA series, there's a couple of girls that do it. But yeah, I think it's definitely becoming more popular, and girls are getting out there and giving it a go, which is good.
Do you think, for a girl who wants to get into racing, do you think Track Day Club is a great place to get started?
Definitely. Yeah, when I started with Track Day, it was always nervous to get out on track for the first time. But Track Day is really good because they can do girl-only groups, and so you're the only girls on the track, so you just have it all to yourself, and that's where you can become more confident.
Are you gonna make him shit himself?
I hope not.
Give it a crack.
I'll be fine. Now, this is a production class touring car, so what all is different to just a normal road car in this?
So obviously the roll cage and the suspension and all that's different. We have a controlled tyre that we have to run for racing, and we've just got a tune, but there's not a lot else that you can play around with.
Okay, so you're not allowed to modify the engine or anything?
No.
Okay. Track is clear, here we go. Okay, so if you live down here, you need to come check her out because yeah, she's a fantastic driver. I feel so lucky to be here to be able to go around the track with her and learn the lines and in real time. It's such a privilege. So yeah, thank you so much for.
Thank you for coming for a ride.
Yeah, this has been awesome. All right, so the hits just keep on coming for me because they just took all the Monaros that are here and lined them up. And I'm gonna take you through a grand tour to explain the differences between them. So this one right here was a VZ Series 3. The guy who owns it just got done putting an HSV GTO front bar on it and side skirts, and he put on the hood with the snouts, and he's got the 3-piece spoiler. So this was a CV8, now it looks like an HSV GTO. This one right here is a VX Series 1, made in 2001, so one of the first ones. And he's got this custom front bumper on it that looks more like the V8 supercar front bumper, and the side skirts kind of match it too, because the V8 supercar side skirts roll out like this. Inside, the interior is totally different. The center console is completely different. The shift gate, look at the bezel, not similar at all. And back in here, you can see the cluster is completely different. The steering wheel's different because Series 1, 2001, they changed the cluster to look like our clusters with Series 2. Also, Series 1 and Series 2s have the antenna mounted here in the guard. And, oh! I just got surprised. They put this on the side of the, Tony Galeo, who owns this, just put this on the side of the car for me. That's crazy. Wow. And he's also got this big wing. His intent just to make this look like the Monaro that went around the 24-hour of Bathurst in 2003. It was a 1-2 finish by the Monaros. They dominated everything, finished like 20-some laps ahead of everything. And this one looks like the yellow 427 that ran in that race. Now this one right here is James's car. This is a VX Series 3. Series 3 finally has the windshield mounted antenna like we do, so no antenna on the guard. This one is a CV8, and you already saw the video on this one, so it's been blown on and souped up, and it makes a lot of power. This one right here is another CV8, but this is a Series 2 because it's still got the antenna here, but it has the interior cluster like we do, and the thing I really want to get before I leave, the center bezel with the cup holders. That is so trick. I gotta have that. This one right here is a CV8R. This is a limited production one, and this is a Series 2 as well. They didn't make many CV8Rs. This is about the highest performance version that Holden ever released. To go beyond this, you'd have to go to an HSV. Oh, and also I should mention that all of them got parking sensors in the rear bumper. So when you back up, there's no screen, but it beeps at you to let you know that you're getting too close to something. I'm gonna figure out how to do that on our car so we can do it too. It might be possible. This one here is a Series 3. I think this is another CV8. This one right here is another Series 3 CV8 in torrid red. This one right here is pretty amazing. This is where it all started. This is a Holden Monaro HQ GTS. Now you're saying, why is it a Monaro? It's a 4-door. Well, they started in 4-door and eventually they started making them in 2-door. It's really cool that this is here because this is where it all started. Without this, Holden would have never had the inspiration to make the Monaro that we all own and love. And this one right here is hot. This is a VY HSV GTS. This is the top spec HSV version of the Monaro, and this one is a full-out race car and is a class winner in the 2010 production series. This is a winning race car, and it is all done up on the inside. No interior at all, crash bars everywhere, real rocker exhaust. This thing is tricking. Now that the track is dry, I can't wait to see this go around. I was supposed to go for a ride in it, and I'll show you why I can't. See the crash bars up here? My helmet's hitting on that bar right there. I can't sit in the car. The seat's too high. But at least it's here and I get to see it. All right, we're not quite done yet. Everyone opened up their engine bays so we can see what all the engines look like. No fuel covers on this one. There's James's blower, 1900. I think that one's just an LS1. Yep, those are some neat covers there. Now this is the engine cover you can get for an LS1 to get an entire engine cover if you want one. Here's another one. They paint them different colors, and I think that looks better than the covers we ever got. And of course, because this is a race car, no excess, just clean. This is all the Monaros we have here, and I get to watch a bunch of these go down around today, and I'm so excited. This is wild, man. It's just unbelievable, the carpet they rolled out for me, and I'm having so much fun. I get to go out in Joe Corinne's car pretty soon. Joe is one of the drivers for the Bathurst 6-hour car that's going to be running in April, and where they're trying to go for the outright win. And now I get to drive his personal car around the track. I'm so stoked. Okay, now I am in Tony Galea's VX Series 1 Monaro, the one that it looks like the replica of the 24-hour car. I'm excited to be in this one because he's done a lot of work, not only to make it look like that famous race car, but also make it drive like that famous race car. Before we get going, what all have you done to the car?
Suspension and brakes mainly, Josh. Just 10 coilovers, AP brakes, almost similar to the ones like they use in the supercars, in the V8 supercar series. Nice exhaust system, tune, bigger throttle body, APR.
And we got a bog standard LS1 under the hood.
Yeah, it's just a unopened, no camshaft, nothing like that. Who knows, we might do something next year. As you know, we've just done the rear end ratio swap in it. We went from a 345 up to a 390, and we put an E2 track in it. And gauging from this morning, being out there, it's starting to work. It's proving it's doing its job out there.
Here we go.
Hopefully track conditions are a lot drier now.
Oh yeah, the track is perfect.
It's a lot drier.
Except for a little bit of kitty litter.
Yeah.
Somebody with a super blew an oil line earlier and we had to get it cleaned up. Wow, it turns back in really nice.
Yeah.
Wow, you brake late. Oh, little understeer.
Yeah. Should get a little bit tail happy. Oh, we've got a caught.
Oh, it looks like somebody hit the key litter. This Gulf in no time.
I hope so. happy.
A little bit.
Bit of oversteer there.
Yep.
How was that, Josh?
That was good. That was much more like my car, I think, because Corinne's car is so off its face with the race tires and the,
yes.
and the brakes and the full suspension. That thing throws you around. This thing slides a lot more like my car would, so this is very familiar. Okay, well, I had to turn the camera back on because we just did a driver swap. I'm still in Tony's car, but now we've got Paul driving it. So Paul is a much more seasoned racer, much more of a veteran. He knows his way around this place. He knows how to handle the car, so we're gonna see what this thing's capable of now. Oh yeah, very good. Oh, steering it with the rear, I like it. It's amazing to me how much the tires can squeal and it still grips. Uh-oh, we got a slow coach.
Yeah, it's a good car. It's got good brakes. It's a bit understeery.
Yep.
Brake pedal's pretty good. Tyres are average in the big scheme of things.
That's one way to get her to slide.
Right, so we've got a later model car here. It should really be able to pull away from us.
Yep. Well, we'll see. You got a better exit. Yep, there he goes. Okay, so now it's my turn in the car and Paul's gonna instruct me and make sure I'm doing it right. Oh man.
So you can run third all the way up the hill if you want.
Okay.
Take a late turn in, late apex. Right, try and be on the left hand side. Cross over, there'll be a hump. I'll point out some of the landmarks you want to try and hit. That'll help you.
All right.
Doing right hand drive, make sure you don't put me into the wall.
I will try my best. Never mind the fact this is not my car.
Just remember there's a whole heap of car over here you're not used to.
That's right, exactly. Well, this would be great to go around with a professional racing driver to let me know if I actually have any skill at all. This will be good to know. We're out. Turn in early here.
Yep. Let it
run wide.
Yep, take it out to the edge. Tuck over now. Tap the brake here, turn in. Take the back. Beautiful. Look over, there's a hump. See the hump? Aim for the hump. That's it, turn in now.
Okay.
Beautiful. Let it drift out. Let's take some of the curb.
A little bit of curb.
Tuck over onto that curb. Nice. And brake. Take third and turn in now.
Okay.
And let's look for the accelerator. Nice.
Oh,
It's a double apex. Yep, it turns in tighter on itself. Over the brake, turn in. Nice. We'll make a race car driver of the year, and we're aiming for that. Look for about the 80. Now. Brake. Wait. Don't turn in. Now. Even that was a little early because it turns back on itself. See that?
Yep.
Leaving yourself short on the outside. Yep. So we'll turn in a little bit later for the next one.
Okay.
That's it, up the hill.
All right. hump?
Yep. Take your feet off everything, and turn in. The trick with this one here, you can take your feet off everything and let the momentum of the car turn you in.
All right, I'm gonna let this guy go on the next one. Okay.
All right. Here, brake. Wait, and turn in. We'll let him go in the straight line. Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's Corinne.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let her go. She's way faster than me.
She's a good driver. Turn in. She's doing a great job. And aim for the outside. That's it. Brake. Now wait. Turn in.
There you go.
That's better. Feel that?
Yep.
A lot better.
Power's full down.
You can turn in a freckle later as well.
Okay.
Turn in. Brake hard. Third. Turn in now. Turn in. Yep.
Understeer a bit.
Yeah.
A little fast.
No, you just turn in late.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Turn in. Stick to the left. Beautiful. Nice. In now. In. Look for the hump.
For the hump.
Feet off everything now. Turn up.
Oh.
Feet off everything. So don't brake.
Don't brake. Don't brake.
Brake
Okay.
at all. Just feet off everything.
Okay.
Turn in. It's a good way to learn that top corner. Brake. Wait. Turn in. That's better. On the power. Foot flat to the floor. Let's go. Tuck her in early. Beautiful. And turn in and go. Nice. Brake. And turn in. And foot on the gas.
All right.
Beautiful.
A little bit up there.
That's the American side he forgot about. Down through here. Turn in and brake. Back to third. Back off. Turn in now. Turn in. A lot better.
There we go.
You feel
Well, it's a little late, but yeah.
carried a bit more speed. It was better.
Oh, we got lights.
That's all right. Back out of it. So up here, let's go in with a little bit of speed.
Okay.
Go over to your left. Turn in.
Yep.
Turn in. And let's practice that. So as soon as you get to the hump, right now, feet off everything.
Okay.
No, you braked.
Sorry.
Turn in.
I still remember what James told me.
The real quick guys don't use brakes.
Okay, fair enough.
And then brake. You stay out wide. You turn in. And then you're basically starting to feed the acceleration on in here. Letting the car dance. The back should dance around.
Okay.
The tap of the brake usually settles the car, then you turn in, and then you aim for the blue and whites that you can see up there.
Yes.
And that's what you're trying to hit. And then we're down here, and you do the last and late breakers. Bang. There I use the 50 sign.
Okay.
And we're in pit lane, mate. Well done.
Thank you.
Very nice.
So do I have any skill at all, do you think?
Oh, mate, we're working on you.
All right.
For a man who's come from the left-hand side of the car to the right side of the car, you've done excessively well, mate. Well done.
I'm so glad to hear that. I don't suck.
I thought we were going to find the wall out here where you forgot the Australian side of the car.
Yeah.
But no, very good, mate.
I have had four wheels off before, and I've always managed to save it. So I don't panic. I didn't wreck it. Oh, so that is the end to an incredible day. This has been more than I expected it to be. So much fun. Great to see so many classic Holdens, and even more fun to take a bunch of them around the track. I have to give my deepest of thanks to everyone at Track Day Club. Thanks to Tony Galea for letting me take his Monaro out on some hot laps on the track. Thank you to Paul for telling me the line and letting me know I'm not worthless behind the wheel. Thank you to little George for letting me drive his ute at the end. We went around for a session and had some fun. It was just a great experience. Thank you to everyone who came up and said hello. I hope I do y'all justice. And one thing I will definitely say is that the Aussies know how to put on a track day. I had more fun here than I have had at any event I've ever attended in the States. So great time, great people, and I'm gonna remember this for a very long time. I hope you've enjoyed going on this little adventure with me. And we have another week in Australia, but it's going to be all about rest and relaxation after this crazy weekend. So thanks for watching this special episode of Josh's Car Corner from Australia, and I'll see you all next time.